Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great start to the school year. My name is Jennifer Bigenwald, and I will be your student's English 3 PSD teacher. This is my 27th year teaching at LT in the special education department. I also teach English 4, and I teach a PSD resource class. I am super excited about working with all of you this year and your students, and I think so far we've been off to a pretty good start. Just to give you a little background, so English 3 PSD is a supported English class. I have spent the last probably 15 years or so working really hard with the prep level English teachers to create a curriculum for my students that mirrors their curriculum. We read all the same novels, we do a lot of the same assignments, and we use the same assessments. The difference in my class is that we go a little bit slower. So the curriculum that is being taught in the prep level courses is used in my course, but we go at a slower pace. So it allows for students to have extra time and extra help with writing and reading comprehension. The goal for me at the end of the year is for students to be able to read, discuss, and analyze a piece of literature, be able to make a claim and support their claim with evidence from the piece of literature and the outside world to support. In terms of my grading practices, as you can see, I'm sharing my screen, which is the course syllabus, and I'm not going to read it to you. I would encourage you to go to our Canvas page, and the syllabus is on the Canvas page, as well as all of the assignments that we are going to be doing. I update my Canvas page once a week, and I oftentimes will put links there for students to make it pretty easy for them to access assignments when they're out. Anyway, as far as the grading system is concerned, my grading scale is the same as the approved grading scale for LT. Students will receive a grade A through F based on their summative assessments only. Formative assessments or weekly assignments will be given throughout the quarter, and those assignments are really important for them to do so that they can be prepared for the summative assessment at the end of the unit. Retakes are available for students, but in order for them to be eligible for a retake, they have to have completed all of the required weekly assignments, as well as they will set up a time to meet with me, and we will go over the original assessment and see what things they need to work on in order to do better on the next assessment. So again, retakes are definitely available for students who meet the criteria for a retake. Students will always submit all of their writing on a Google Doc and will share it with me so that the editing process, we could actually do some revision together. This has already occurred. I had my students at the beginning of the semester, at the beginning of the school year, I had them write a poem and asked them to share some things about themselves. And what the way the revision process worked is students then shared their document with me, and there were several students that I worked with to make revisions, whether it be for convention, spelling, grammatical errors, things like that. But it's a really great way of revising a document together so that the students can see where they needed to make some changes. So everything will be submitted through a Google Doc. As I said before, all tests and quizzes and assignments will be posted in Canvas. I will make those public once we get closer to when the day of the quiz or the test will be made public on that very day, so that students can't work on it prior to the day that it's being given. Although attendance is not a part of their grade this year, I'm really encouraging students to sign on to our Zoom meetings and make sure that they're attending. Again, it's a great time to see their peers and to see me, but it's also a time when we will work on assignments together. With that said, I want to let you know that I really personally do not give a lot of homework to my students. I really feel like many of them are considered essential workers and work after school. Some of them have outside activities that they're involved in. And so I always want to give them that opportunity to either work or participate in the activities without having, homework looming over their head, especially from my class. So as long as your student is attending the Zoom meetings and completing the work during the time that I give them, there really shouldn't be any outside work. Again, though, I do encourage all of my students to read for 20 minutes a day, whether it be a magazine, an article, a book that they're engaged in. Reading for 20 minutes will just help with the whole overall reading process. I haven't made many changes to my curriculum. I am pretty much delivering everything that I want to deliver through Zoom. The only difference is that, again, we are submitting work through Canvas and through Google Docs. So rather than on paper in the classroom. Once we start reading our first novel, which will be The Things They Carried, we will be reading it together. We'll be taking time on a Zoom meeting to read together and do some discussion so that I know that students will actually be retaining and understanding what they're reading. But outside of that, I haven't really made a lot of changes to my curriculum because I really feel as though Zoom gives us the opportunity to share our curriculum and work through things, without being in person. So if you need to reach me, or if your student needs to reach me outside of the normal school day, I do have email on my phone. And so I would hope that you would just use the email that is attached at the bottom of the screen. It is down here, jbigenwald@lths.net. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. If you would like to call me, I am available from 8 until 3 o'clock, Monday through Thursday. The phone number is 708-579-6445. That is a phone. There's a phone in my classroom. So if you call that number, just ask for me. But again, the easiest way to get a hold of me is typically through my email. Again, at the bottom of the screen down here, you will see that that is my contact information. There are also the contact information for our new division chair. I encourage you to go and look at our Canvas page and see the wonderful things that we are working on this school year. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I am always available. Most importantly, I just want you to know that even though we are in a very strange time, I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to be working with your students, and I really think that we have been off to a really good year. So take care, and I hope to see everybody very soon. Bye-bye.